Let's look at what people are saying here in the city. We've got Assembly Member Andrew Boff, who recently said, quote, Sadiq Khan has been given a record amount of money. He should have been doing an awful lot more. People's housing needs are getting worse. There are more families living in overcrowded conditions, and yet the mayor just issues statement after statement about wanting more government investments. And you can see another headline here that says how Sadiq Khan's housing policy is making London's housing crisis worse. And that's exactly what we see from this data. We see it getting worse and worse and worse. Your current mayor's plans are not making the situation better. You can see by his promises, they're actually making this situation even worse. Let's go on to another quote from the Secretary of State for Housing here in the UK, Robert Jenrick, said directly to the mayor, he said, quote, housing delivery in London under your mayoralty has been deeply disappointing. Clearly, the housing delivery shortfall you have overseen has led to worsening affordability for Londoners, and things are not improving, end quote. This is the conclusion that we can all see. The current mayor of London knew he couldn't deliver these promises. The current mayor of London never intended to keep his promises, which makes us conclude one thing. How can we believe anything he continues to say? How can we believe anything he continues to say? And so this is the current state of what our current mayor of London has done. I want to get your thoughts right now. Tell me, do you personally struggle to afford to pay your rent, and why? Do you personally struggle to buy a property in this city, and why? Do you think that our key workers, like our nurses and our police officers and our firemen and our teachers, deserve affordable housing in this city? Answer that question for me. Has the current mayor of London failed in his promises to build affordable housing, and why? And finally, do you think we need new leadership? Do you think we need new policies? And do you think we need to take London in a new direction? Right now, I'm going to go. I want to see your comments right now. And please comment, whatever platform you're on right now, Instagram, Facebook, I'm getting them all here. And I appreciate everyone here. And I've got one of our regular guests here, Elle Macpherson, coming at us from Florida. Elle, we appreciate you. And yes, that is the Elle Macpherson that we all know and love, who's just an icon throughout her life. She says on Instagram, good morning, you're on fire. Brian for mayor. Thank you, Elle. We really appreciate you. She's on Instagram, says Brian Rose for mayor, and a lot of great comments here. Rafael on Instagram says Brian for mayor. Eric Wadman on YouTube says, Brian, you're a fantastic dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Dave the Boris on Instagram saying, Brian works a lot. This man is a machine. Brian for mayor. And it's true. We have a great team here, and every single day we are diving into the numbers. We are finding out the best policies and the best ideas to make your city better. Trust me, we work 24/7 here. It feels like. More, we've got Baljandir Kumar on YouTube says, your way of asking questions is awesome, man. Thank you so much. Mr. Mike on Instagram says, we're moving to London if you becoming mayor. I appreciate that. We can always use new citizens here, and we're going to find you housing as well, I promise. Umakat Design on Instagram says, good luck, friend. Thank you, sir. Kamai on Instagram says, I would come down to see you in London. I'm from Nottingham. I appreciate our brothers and sisters in the North. Keep fighting up there. James Ramsey on YouTube says, Brian, you're a great man. Shine on and win. Thank you so much. On the housing crisis, we've got Shendao Simon Films on Instagram says, been waiting for a mayor to say this for the last 10 years. Thank you. And again, the more I look into these numbers, the more, first of all, I'm shocked. The more I'm dismayed by our current lack of mayors, failed promises, and the more I can also see a solution, which I want to share with you. Right Muggs on Instagram says, rent is too damn high. Amen, brother. You said it there, and I'm going to talk about solutions next. We got Dominic Hughes on YouTube says, quote, London's rent prices are criminal. It wouldn't be so bad if you got value for money. £1,000 for a one bed flat, not including bills, is ridiculous. That's an incredible statement, Dominic. I appreciate you stating that. And we all feel this way as Londoners. It's criminal. And you don't get value for money, but it's because of the current mayor and his failed promises. That's why. And we can solve this problem. I'm going to show you how. We've got Haifa Live on Instagram says, quote, house prices in the London suburbs are ridiculous. So glad we have a free thinker standing up for us. I appreciate you. And again, this is about the best ideas. The problem I'm learning, the more I learn about our current two-party system here, is that the best idea doesn't win. They have strange agendas that have nothing to do with our citizens getting the best. And we're going to change that, I promise you. Pop Sugar Sprinkles, great name, by the way, on YouTube, says, quote, first step is to become aware of the housing crisis. Second step is to understand that affordable, safe, adequate, comfortable housing is a basic human need, not a luxury. Affordable housing is nearly impossible to find, unquote. Extremely well said. I appreciate that. And again, quality housing is not a luxury. It should be a basic human right. And as your next mayor of London, I promise that every citizen here in London will have that option. And we can do it. It's right in front of us, and I'm going to show you the solution. Some great questions coming in as well. Johnson N on YouTube says, quote, what's your plans for London Underground? Great question. We actually have a new policy called Transport First that's going to be dropping today on our website. It's got a new idea to how we approach infrastructure, how we fund it, and also how we get our transport above ground here in London working. So go to our website for more about that. Also, we've got Benjamin's Universe on Instagram saying, quote, Brian, I will be voting for you, but how can you ensure that you don't split the vote with the Tories and get Sadiq reelected? Honestly, we plan on winning. There's no prizes for second place. We plan on winning because it's essential that we win. Otherwise, we can't put these policies in place. So again, we believe the best ideas win. We think we have the best ideas, and our plan is to go implement those in City Hall on May 7th, and that is our plan.